Hi folks, here today with the Tesla air compressor and tire repair kit version 3.0. This is the most recent versions for sale on the Tesla shop for I think $110, but you can probably find it for less. And what it is a air compressor and tire repair kit, just like it says on the box. So by tire repair kit, they mean that it's got that tire slime, the sealant that'll go into a tire that has a small leak, right? So if you're on a road trip and you get a message from the car, from the information system that your tire pressure is running low in one of your tires, chances are pretty good that it is leaking. And in some cases, the goop, the sealant, will be enough to plug that hole up for 40 or 50 miles, so you can get safely to a tire repair shop or get home or get to a Tesla service center to get the tire repaired properly or replaced, as the case may be. Now, it won't work in all cases, but since Teslas don't come with a spare tire, it's a good idea to carry something like this, or even better, a tire plug repair kit where you can plug the tire on the road. But generally doing that requires that you have a jack and some other stuff too. So this is kind of a quick fix. Last resort if you are stranded on the road somewhere with a flat and you need to get a few more miles to get to safety. So what we're going to do is open up the box, see what's inside, and give you an idea of how it opens and operates, because it's not entirely intuitive. So let's first open up the box. There we go. And it comes in a nice case with the Tesla logo on there. Again, hey, if a family member has been saying they want a Tesla for Christmas, buy one of these. It'll work with their current car. You can say, I got my mom a Tesla, for example. Okay, and now inside this protective case is, dun dun dun, the tire repair kit version 3.0. Ooh. And it actually comes with a guide now. It's nice. The earlier ones did not. Tell you all the things you can do with it and things you can't do with it. So we're going to show you how it opens in just a second. And we're back. So here you can see the Tesla air compressor and tire repair kit version 3.0 ready to be used. So if you're just going to be inflating your tires to get them up to the proper PSI, the proper inflation level, then all you need to do is take out the 12 volt power plug and the hose that goes between the compressor and the tire. So to do that, you just push this in a little bit and it slides over, and inside you can see the 12 volt power and a pretty long cable. I'd say it's at least, 8 feet long, maybe longer. So it's certainly long enough to get from your 12 volt power port, which is most likely in your center console. Some of the cars also have one toward the back of the car, which is convenient. But even the one in your center console, if you plug it in and then move this to the outside parts of the car, you should be able to reach all 4 tires without any problems. So once you've got that plugged in to your 12 volt power port, you'll need the inflation hose, which is actually very discreetly wrapped around the top portion of this. So you just peel it away in the back and then it unwraps. This is probably only about 18 inches or so long, but if you put it next to your tire, it should be able to reach wherever that valve is. So you can plug this in, screw it on, get it nice and tight. Once it's connected to power in the tire, you hit the power button right here and you hold it in for 3 seconds. Of course, it's not going to turn on right now because I don't have it plugged in. But then you'll see a digital readout of your tire pressure, and you want to make sure that you reach the tire pressure that is recommended for your car. It's probably going to be 42 psi or around there, but it might vary. So if you look inside your cars, usually it's in the driver's side door on the body, inside the door. It'll show you the recommended tire pressure, and it's normally the same for all 4 tires. So you'll want to make sure that you reach that tire pressure, maybe 1 psi higher, because then when you release the hose, it might let a tiny bit of air out. So if if you're aiming for 42 and you hit 43, that's okay. But now, if you actually have a flat and you need to get at the slime or the sealant, then that's one additional step. The sealant is actually underneath here. So if you slide that back and out of the way, you can actually see the sealant right here. And the way that works is you'll take the inflation hose, you'll screw it in to the sealant canister, get a nice tight seal, and then this additional hose is connected to the sealant container. Again, it's got the same kind of end, it just plugs right into the valve stem. Screw it in, and this is where you'll need to pay attention because Tesla recommends that you use the entire container of sealant. So you go from it being full to it being empty, and you want to make sure that the tire does read at least 22 psi. If you hear that the air is leaking out quite a bit and you're not reaching 22 psi, then this is not going to work for you. Unfortunately, you're going to have to call AAA or Tesla Road Service to come and get you, either give you a new tire or tow you to a place where you can get the tire properly repaired. But assuming you've got a small leak, slow leak, that the goop, the sealant can patch up, then again, empty the entire canister of sealant into the tire. Make sure you're at least 22 psi on the digital readout. And then you need to actually drive a little bit, drive up to, say about 10 minutes to let the sealant work its way around the edges of the tire and make its way into wherever that puncture is. They recommend you do not go over 50 miles an hour, 80 kilometers an hour, and 10 minutes after you put the sealant in, pull over again, and then reattach the compressor portion, the top portion, and see if you can get the tire back up to what it's supposed to be, like around, again, 42 psi. Anywhere from like 39 psi and up is probably fine. But if you can get it to 42 psi, disconnect everything, put it back in the car, you should be safe to drive again, 40 or 50 miles, possibly further, to get to a place that's safe. But don't leave it in for a couple days thinking, oh, it looks fine. It's not fine. It's a temporary repair. You will want to get the tire professionally patched, which if it's a small hole, shouldn't actually cost you that much. You might have road hazard protection through your tire provider, depending on where you bought your tires. But you can, in most cases, you can professionally repair the tire, and if not, hey, get a new tire. But what this thing is good for is, again, those little top-offs where when the seasons change, your tire pressure changes, and you need to get it back up to where it's supposed to be. Plug this in, nice digital gauge, shows you when you get to 42 psi or whatever your recommended tire pressure is, you unplug it. And also those emergencies where you get a small leak that would keep you from getting where you want to go, and this can get you there. So again, highly recommend it. If you don't have room for an actual spare tire, or you're not feel comfortable with you don't feel comfortable with a tire plug repair kit, which does require a little bit of effort to get those to work properly, and probably a jack to lift the tire. This can be a lifesaver. So hope you find that useful, and check it out. See you in the next one.